Greetings, invaders. My name is Scott. This is Book Invasion. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to go over my crazy, wacky September TBR because there's a lot of things going on in September, and I want to read books for all of them, but it's likely I'm not going to get through all of them. But I will give you my TBR wish list so you guys can check out some new books that you might enjoy as well. First up, I will be partaking in a new book club. It's exciting stuff. New book club hosted by Ben's Blurb. Go check out Ben's channel in the links down below, which is a paperback, hardback, or take it back book club. There's a Twitter account set up for it. We will be reading The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. This is a sci-fi horror book. Now I purposely haven't read too much into the synopsis of the book or looked at reviews and all that stuff. I know it's got horror goodness and confined spaces. The movie Descent has been mentioned a bunch of times about it. So I don't know a lot. I'm going to go into it with that knowledge, and I think it's going to be awesome. So check out that. We're going to do a live show halfway through the book, I believe, and then a wrap up at the end of the month for The Luminous Dead. Good stuff. Next item I will be reading is next item I'll be reading is Monster by Duncan Swan, Volume 1. Look at this. Sprayed edges. Look at this. Bookmarks for the book. Good stuff. So Mr. Duncan Swan is an awesome person who likes to send out free copies of his book to people for review. So there's a bunch of people on Twitter that he's just, tell me if you want a copy and I'll send it to you. So I said, hey, this is great. We should all read this together. And so I set up a Goodreads group. There's also a Instagram group. I'll put links to all of that good stuff down below for reading Duncan Swan. Let's all do it. Let's just all read it together. Everybody, come on. It's a good time. This has, it's genre-bending tale of courage, desperation, and redemption. So I've read through I didn't put in a bookmark. I read through the first 50 or so pages. It's got a definite sci-fi spacey vibe with the Large Hadron Collider atoms, things like that, and then stuff goes awry, things happen, bad news. So it's got also kind of a sci-fi horror feel. What I'm concerned about is reading this and Luminous Dead at the same time. Sci-fi horror stuff gets mixed up in my brain. Like when I read two different space operas, I can switch and swatch things in my head. So we'll try to take it one at a time, folks. Take it easy. What else am I reading? I will be also trying to read Chaos Vector by Megan O'Keefe, which is book 2 of the Protectorate series. Book 1 was Velocity Weapon, and it was amazing. If you like The Expanse, Mass Effect, good epic space thing. If you need something to scratch that itch, and you're looking for something to read, check out Velocity Weapon if you have not already. Book 2, Chaos Vector, is out. I will hopefully be tackling that in this month as well. And one more thing, it's also self-published fantasy month, and that's awesome. I love me some self-published fantasy. Plug my review for The Jealousy of Jalis by Jessie Nolan Bailey. Shout out to that. But I will be reading A Ritual in Bone by Lee C. Connolly. He was nice enough to send me an audio copy of that book, and it's fairly short, and it seems like a horror fantasy stuff, dark fantasy. But that seems awesome, and I have an audio of that. So that gives me, 3 audiobooks, Luminous Dead, Chaos Vector, Ritual of Bone, 3 audiobooks, 1 physical book. So that's 4 books, not likely. But let's go through my other TBR for Space Opera September. This is a readathon hosted by Thomas at SFF 180. King Thomas to those acquainted with him. I wrote down the prompts so I know what they are. And let's go through them. So prompt number 1 is read a space opera novella. I've gone through all of the Murderbot books, which is usually a good pick if you haven't read them. Read Murderbots by Margaret Wells. But this time I'm going to try to take on The Census Taker by China Mieville. I have not read any of his material before, and it seems kind of like a weird, twisted sci-fi blended kind of thing. So I'm eager to try to get an audio copy of that as well. That should be short and quick, and tackle that one. Prompt number 2, read 2 space operas written by women. So for this one, I'm going to include Chaos Vector by Megan O'Keefe, because I want to read that one. And let's just count The Luminous Dead. It's not really a space opera, but I'm not going to read more books than this. It's ridiculous. So then prompt number 3 is read a space opera published before you were born. This one I'm going to try to do Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. I have a copy of that on my shelf over there, an old book club edition copy. And I think it's kind of sci-fi. I really don't know much about what it's about, but maybe I'll just give it a shot. We'll see. Number 4, read a space opera 600 pages or longer. Yeah, right. If I were able to, I would pick something, I think, by Adrian Tchaikovsky. His books are usually pretty crazy. I know The Doors of Eden was a recent one that looked pretty cool, but Children of Time and something else, Children of something else. His books are usually big fat clunkers, and I will probably not read one in September, but that would be my pick. Let's just say. For that, an extra prize is for reading at least 4 space operas in September. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. I don't have any other space operas at the top of my TBR list. But anyway, that's what I got so far. So paperback, hardback, take it back book club, reading Luminous Dead. Reading group for Monster by Duncan Swan. Space Opera September. Self-published fantasy month as well. So that's all I got. That's my TBR for this month. We'll see how I do and see if it works. And I'll probably have reviews for these at the end of the month. We'll see how it goes. Catch you on the live show. Check out Ben's Blurb channel for the book club. Hopefully I can make it to those. And we will see. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.